many years ago, I went down and I sat down with John Maxwell's agent in Atlanta, Georgia. His name was David Hoyt, and he said, do you want to know how many ways we make money off John Maxwell? John Maxwell, the great leadership. I said, I would love to, man. And he drew something up like this. Okay, and he drew something up like this. Now, this is called mental mapping. Okay, you see this mental mapping right here? It's where you basically, let me just shine the light on here. It's basically where you draw up different concepts. Look at all those circles. And he said, here's what he said. He said, when John Maxwell has a concept, 21 Laws of Leadership, we then turn it into a book, CD, we turn it into MP3s, we turn it into seminars, we turn it into licensing, we turn it into Train the Trainer, we turn it into coaching programs. And he showed me all of these ways that they make money off that one concept. This is called optimization. And so for me, the way I optimize a concept is I speak, I coach, I train, I lead, I build intellectual products, I build coaching programs, I do licensing deals, I have podcasts, I have endorsements, I have a studio we rent out to people, I got a greatness factory people can rent from us, I got a greatness factory people can have office space at, I got other locations. What am I doing? I'm trying to find 9 or 10 ways to drive money. Now, when I wrote the book Swag, I said never put all your confidence in one bucket, right? Here's what I said. Diversify your confidence. I'm telling you today to build an excess cash machine. You could take one vertical, one concept, and drive it so deep and make a fortune in there. Right, Ivan? Okay, right, Tracy Tucker? You can take one concept and make a fortune off this one concept. I'm fine with that. What I've chosen to do, instead of just be a speaker and make money speaking, which is what most people do in my business, go around the world, and most of them would rather find a new audience versus get a new speech. I've said I'm going to speak 25% of the time, and 25% of revenue comes from speaking. I'm going to coach people because that's what I love doing, and 25% of our revenue is going to come from that. I'm going to build a big, huge monster producer coaching platform, and 25% of our revenue is going to come from there. I'm going to sell books, hopefully $100,000, $200,000 worth of books a year, and some of our revenue is going to come from there. I'm going to do all of this stuff, and I'm basically going to bring in revenue from different sources so that we have excess cash, because what happens if I don't get enough speaking engagements this month? I still got my coaching to sustain me. What happens if we're not selling any online platforms? I still got my coaching to sustain me. What happens if coaching is not going? Still got my speaking over here. So what I'm doing is I'm diversifying my portfolio to bring revenue in. Okay, and if I've only got 1 or 2 revenue sources, right, Lance Danmeyer, and he's in Monster Producer, if I only got 1 or 2 sources, I'm totally dependent. All of my confidence is tied up in that one source. So what I do is I build multiple profit centers. Speak, coach, train, lead, write books, intellectual property, licensing deal. We did a reality TV show. What am I doing? I'm trying to drive excess cash. At the end of the month, I look at that profit and loss. And I say, did we bring in enough revenue? We need more revenue. Or we cut cost, right? So we can either make more or we can spend less. That's the only 2 ways to bring in more money. We can make more or we can spend less. But I can't spend less and grow. I got to have people. I got to have an IT director in Brandon. I got to have a new customer engagement person in Takesha. I got to have sales team. I got to have a greatness factory. Or, truth be told, I could sit around at my house and work from my home office and have none of this. But how big could I get? I mean, I got a great office at home. I worked from there this morning when I was making calls and doing things. I love it, man. Looks out at the creek, looking at the swimming. It's beautiful, man. I can work my pajamas. How big could I get with one person? And that's what I see a lot of people do. They get pretty big. Maybe they make a couple 100,000, 500,000, $1 million. But how big can they get? How many people can they impact there? You got to build a business that is so successful, that has so many customers, that you have enough excess cash. You know, if Tracy Tucker wants to open 3 beehives, right? If she wants to open 3 beehives, she can. Okay? If she wants to grow more and bigger, she can, right? She may say, I want more. I want more impact. So what do we have to do? We have to build excess cash. You can't go big if little got you. And let me tell you something. Little got a whole lot of people. Little thinking, little action, little